Okay, let's start. So this is the fourth lecture for Unit 4, page 26. Title for this unit, Shopping. Let's start it. Shopping. Vocabulary. The High Street. High Street is the name of a famous street in England, right? It's just a name. Talking about this street here in England. 1. Label the people in the pictures. Picture 1, 2, and 3. On this page, use words from the phrase bank here. These words, we use them to answer this exercise. Now, this woman, number 1, what can we call this woman here? Choose one of these words. Shop assistant? No. Manager? Yes. So we write here, manager. She is a manager. 2, look at this guy, this man. He's in a shop. What can we call him? Shop assistant. Right, yeah. Shop assistant. Number 3, this woman in a shop. She's buying something here. So she must be a customer. Yes. We write here, customer. Number 2, we have a CD here. Listen to 4 dialogues here. Dialogue 1, 2, 3, and 4. Where do they take place? Sorry. Now these dialogues, people in this dialogue, where are they? Right? Use words from the phrase bank here. These words. Places in this exercise. News agent or news agents, factory outlet, stationer, chemist, supermarket, pawn shop, post office, health food shop, convenience store, right? We listen and we write the place for each dialogue. So dialogue 1 is in a, you listen, understand. If you can't, choose one of these words, right? Let's listen, right? Right, yeah.
Unit 4, Vocabulary, Exercise 2. Dialogue 1.
Okay, so that's the Times and Hello magazine. That's £2.50, please.
Actually, I'll take some chewing gum too.
Chewing gum, it's on the shelf down there.
Great. How much is that?
That's £2.89 altogether then.
Here you are.
And 11 pence change. Thank you.
Cheers.
Dialogue 2.
Dialogue 2.
Do you have any cheap...
Everything's cheap here, madam.
Of course. Sorry. I'm looking for some washing up liquid.
Sure, you'll find cleaning products in the next aisle.
Right. Dialogue 3.
Dialogue 3.
Hi, could you change this £5 note for me? I need a £1 coin for the shopping trolley.
I'm sorry, we're not allowed to open the tills unless you buy something. It's for security.
Well, I am going to buy something. I'm going to buy a lot, actually. I'm going to do my weekly shopping.
I understand, but I'm afraid I can't open the till. I'm sorry.
Right.
Dialogue 4.
4.
Hi. Oh, hi. Haven't seen you in ages. What are you doing here?
Well, probably the same as you. Gonna go look for some bargains in there. Did you get anything?
Yeah, I've just finished. I bought some Levi jeans, a Paul Smith bag, and these Timberland shoes. All for less than £100.
I don't believe you.
It's true. Look at the receipt. These jeans only cost me £20. I couldn't believe it was that cheap either.
Wow, Levi's for £20. You wouldn't be able to buy them for that on the high street.
Right. So, here, places. People were in dialogue 1. Dialogue 1 is in a news agent or news agents, right? And dialogue 2, people were in a pound shop. Pound shop, it's a kind of a shop. Everything is cheap there. Dialogue 3, it was in a supermarket. They were talking about a trolley, that kind of a tool you use it to push and put your things inside the supermarket. Dialogue 4, it was in a factory outlet, right? Exercise 3 now. Now complete the sentences using the words below. Listen and check. Now we have shelf, where we put things inside the shop, like here. We have a shelf here, a shelf here. We put things on a shelf, right? Receipt, a piece of paper. After we buy, we take that kind of piece of paper, including a price, date, and aisle is silent here. Aisle is the passage between, let's say, between shelves in a shop, right? Trolley, that kind of, let's say, carrier, or that kind of a tool. We push it right in front and put things inside. Now listen and complete sentences with these words. Now before you listen to the CD, switch off the video and try to answer or complete these spaces with missing words from here. You read, you understand, and choose a word, and then listen to the CD. Okay? As you see here, 1, chewing gum, it's on the what? Try to choose and write. 2, sure, you will find cleaning products in the next, and write. Next, hi, could you change this £5 note for me? I need a £1 coin for the shopping what? 4, it's true, look at something. These jeans only cost me £20. Right? Now listen to the CD and complete. Listen.
Unit 4, Vocabulary, Exercise 3. 1.
Chewing gum, it's on the shelf down there.
2.
Sure, you'll find cleaning products in the next aisle.
Aisle or next?
3.
Aisle. Next aisle.
Hi, could you change this £5 note for me? I need a £1 coin for the shopping trolley.
4.
It's true. Look at the receipt. These jeans only cost me £20.
So receipt, we write P, but we don't pronounce it. P is silent here, right? Exercise 4. Where can you buy the items on the shopping list here? Shopping list, look at the shopping list. Where can you buy these items or these things? You write here, in this or in these spaces, right? Write the department and the floor. Name of a department here and which floor, right? Here, from these places inside a big mall or a big supermarket, right? Write these names of departments and which floor here. Here, in front of each item. You read items here and look at this big supermarket. Where can you buy these things? Here. You take the name of a department and the number of a floor and write it here. So before you listen to the CD, actually there is no CD here, just listening, and we have forgotten something here. For exercise 1 here, we have left this picture. People here, people, they are looking at a shop, they are outside, and this is a window. What do we call this kind of people or this kind of buying? What do we call it? You just look and go. We call this window shopper. Window shopper. Or shoppers here. Window shoppers, they just look from the window and they go. If they like it, they go inside the shop. Window shopper. Or window shoppers. Right? Now let's do this exercise now. Let's read first here. What is this? Digital camera. Where can we buy a digital camera? Here. Look at this. Second floor. We can see here electrical appliances. Electrical appliances. Right? We write second floor and we write the name of the department. Electrical appliances. Next, number 2. Socks for Petty. Socks for Petty. Look at here, first floor. And we read here, right? Children's clothing, children or children's clothing, right? Here we can buy socks. So we write first floor and the name for our department's name, children's clothing. Okay, number 3, music CD for a party. Where can we buy it? A CD for a party, musical CD, right? Let's see here. Here. Check here. Right. Right, ground floor. Look at the ground floor and look at audio. Audio. Here we can buy CDs, right? And in this ground floor we have a place. It's called audio for selling CDs. So here we write ground floor, right? And we write audio. Number 4, vegetables. Where can we buy vegetables? Look at here, this floor, under the ground floor. It's called lower ground floor. Lower ground floor, it's for what? Food hall. Food hall. Here you can buy vegetables. Food hall, right? 5, kitchen chair. You want to buy a chair for the kitchen. Where can you buy it? Right? Look at here, 3rd floor, and here, furniture. 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 Here you can buy chairs, for example. Right? So we write 3rd floor and we write furniture. Next, number 6, frying pan. You need to buy a frying pan for the kitchen. Where can we buy it? Look at 2nd floor here. And look at kitchenware. 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 Here you can buy frying pan. Right? Next, handbag. Number 7, handbag. Look at ground floor here. Right? Accessories. The department. Accessories in ground floor. Accessories. You can buy handbag. So you write ground floor and you write accessories. This is a place for buying handbag. Okay? Culture. In Britain, a shop that sells very cheap household items is called a pawn shop. Right? Cheap household items in England or in Britain, they call that kind of a shop pawn shop. Right? As we call it here in Libya, become fursa. Right? Bargains can be bought here for about £1. You can find a lot of things. They sell them £1. Language notes between America and Britain. Right? In America, they say store. In Britain, they say a shop. In America, they say ATM. In Britain, they say cash point. Right? Good. Next page. Speaking. Asking for information. Number 1. Find words in the phrase bank to label the photos. Here. 1, 2, 3. What do we call these signs or places in a supermarket? What do we call them? You can find the answer here. First group, right? First group, check before you listen to my voice. Switch up the video and try to answer this exercise. 1, what do we call it? When you see the sign, what do you understand? Here and here and... What do you call it? This one, number 1, the lift. It's what? The lift. Where you can use this kind of... right? It's a kind of a closed room. You go upstairs and downstairs inside. It takes you upstairs and takes you downstairs. We call it lift. Right? It's here. Right. Here, number 2. What do we call this process here for these customers? They buy and they want to leave the shop. What do we call it? We call it check out. Check out. right? And now here, what do we call this sign inside a mall or a supermarket? We call it meeting point. Here the people, they meet here. They call it meeting point. Right, exercise 2. We have a CD here. Put the sentences about a shopping trip in a logical order. Right? Write a number 1 to 4 and then listen and check. So first you give them numbers. The first one has been done for you. Number 1. Start here. Excuse me, could you tell me where the cameras are? Where is number 2? And where is number 3? And where is number 4? So first, let's say this is the customer. Excuse me, could you tell me where the cameras are? Where is number 2? Where is number 3? And where is number 4? Listen. Give it to, for example, no, I'm just looking, thanks. And next, cameras? They'll be in electrical appliances. Take that escalator over there. Hi, would you like any help? Right. So, there are kind of 2 different dialogues actually, right? So first, excuse me, could you tell me where the cameras are? This is number 1. Where is number 2? And then another exercise, give it 3, and then give it 4. Do it on your own, and then listen to the CD to check. Listen.
Unit 4, Speaking, Exercise 2.
Listen.
Excuse me, could you tell me where the cameras are?
Cameras? They'll be in electrical appliances. Take that escalator over there.
Number 3 now.
Hi, would you like any help?
No, I'm just looking, thanks.
This is 4. Right? Is it clear? Good. All right. So here we have seen a word, escalator. Something similar to a lift. The lift takes you right upstairs. Escalator also takes you upstairs and downstairs. But the difference is here in a lift you have a kind of a closed room. But here you have a kind of not a closed room but stairs, movable stairs. Right? 3. We have a CD here. Listen to a dialogue between a customer and 2 members of a staff in a shop. The question, decide if the sentences are true or false. Right? You listen, you understand well. After you finish the CD, read sentence 1 and 2 and tell me if the sentence is true or if the sentence is false. How to do it? First we read the 2 sentences. 1. The shop assistant says that the Fuji camera is more practical to use. True or false? Number 2. The checkout assistant says that if the customer has a problem, he should return the camera to the company that made it. Understand the 2 sentences and now listen and decide.
Unit 4, Speaking, Exercise 3.
Excuse me, could you tell me a bit about the difference between these 2 cameras?
Okay, well, they're pretty similar in price, but the Fuji's a little cheaper, which is good. It's also a bit lighter, so it's easier to carry.
What else? What about the features?
Let's see. Well, the screen on the Canon is 2.7 inches, and the Fuji's a little bigger, which makes it easier to see what you're shooting.
And what about resolution?
I think they're both 10 megapixels.
And what about the zoom?
There's quite a difference there. The Canon is a compact camera, so it's only got a 4 times optical zoom, but the Fuji is a bit newer, so it gives you the latest 15 times zoom.
Right.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to take this one, please.
Okay. Is that cash or credit card?
Cash.
Okay, that's £139, please. Thank you. Do you have our store card?
No.
Okay, fine. Here's your change and your camera. The receipt's in the bag. The camera's got a maker's guarantee, but if there are any problems, just bring it back. But don't forget the receipt.
Sure, thanks. Bye.
Goodbye, and thanks again.
Right. So here we had two dialogues. For dialogue one, they talked about the camera. The shop assistant here says that the Fuji camera is more practical to use. True or false? Actually false. He said that the Fuji camera is, right, let's say easier to carry. Easier to carry. And not more practical to use. He said Fuji camera is easier to carry. Two, the checkout assistant says that if the customer has a problem, he should return the camera to the company that made it. That's actually false. He said that he should return the camera to the shop or to the store. To the store, not to the company. So we underline this and we write store. Right? Exercise 4. Complete now the conversation between a customer, C, this is a customer, and the shop assistant, this is a shop assistant, with words from the phrase bank here. Use these words to complete. Right? Right? Okay, so you read and take words from the phrase bank here. Right? To help you. It's easy. Just read. Right? Do we have a CD here? I doubt it. We don't have a CD here. Alright. Okay. I think we have it. We have it. The same CD. Second conversation. Right? Yeah. Second conversation. Listen. Second conversation will be about this. Now before you listen, you switch off the video and listen. Right? Listen.
Unit 4. Speaking. Exercise 3.
Excuse me, could you tell me a bit about the difference between these two cameras?
Okay, well, they're pretty similar in price, but the Fuji's a little cheaper, which is good. It's also a bit lighter, so it's easier to carry.
What else? What about the features?
Let's see. Well, the screen on the Canon is 2.7 inches, and the Fuji's a little bigger, which makes it easier to see what you're shooting.
And what about resolution?
I think they're both 10 megapixels.
And what about the zoom?
There's quite a difference there. The Canon is a compact camera, so it's only got a 4 times optical zoom, but the Fuji is a bit newer, so it gives you the latest 15 times zoom.
Right. The first dialogue, the first conversation. So the first conversation, it was about, right, this dialogue, right? So as you heard now, this conversation on the CD, it was about this one, right? So after you read, you listen, you complete the spaces here. This is the first step. After that, you read it well, you understand it, and then you phone your friend, right? And try to ask your friend to play this dialogue together. For example, you are C, the customer, and your friend is SA, the shop assistant, right? You phone your friend using Viber, you read, you say it, you say excuse me and so on, and then your friend or your classmate will play the role of shop assistant, saying okay, right, and so on. Now, but don't read from the sheet. Try to put a piece of paper and try to remember what you have written here, right? Try to play it, record yourself talking and speaking, and then after you finish, listen. If you like it, no mistakes, send it to your colleagues to give you a review. If there are mistakes, for example, try to delete it, cancel it, and ask your friend to play it again, once, twice, 3 times, until you do it correctly, okay? It's a good idea to improve your fluency or improve your English, right? That's the exercise 5. It was about to practice this dialogue, right? Practice it with your colleague or with your classmate. But don't forget, you record yourself while speaking on Viber, right? Without reading. You put a piece of paper here, right? Let's read here, language note. What do we have here? In shops in Britain, if a shop assistant, right, asks you if you want any help, you can say, you can say, no, thanks, I'm just looking. If you don't want to buy, you can say this. No, thanks, I'm just looking. Okay, pronunciation. We have a sound here. In phonetics, we call the sound U. Now, A. We have a CD for the sound. It says here, say the words in blue. Right? Which letter is silent? Here, we have a letter silent. Which one? You read it before you listen to the CD. You tell me which one is silent. Right? Listen and check. Now we have 3 words. This one, and this one. Read them and try to underline the letter that you think is silent. And then listen to the CD. Okay? Now we listen. We listen to these 3 sentences. Listen.
Unit 4. Speaking. Exercise 3.
Now.
Excuse.
Sorry, here.
Unit 4. Pronunciation.
Right.
Exercise A.
Could you tell me where the cameras are?
Next.
Would you like any help?
Next.
You should keep your receipt.
What's the silent letter in these words? Did you know it? Actually, it's L. We don't say could, we say could. We don't say would, we say would. We don't say should, we say should. Right? Section B. Another example here. The question is, which words have the sound U? Right? Listen and check. These words here. Here. Listen and tick. Okay? Listen and tick. It would be better if you try to read it yourself before you listen to the CD. And try to guess tick. And then you listen to the CD and correct your mistakes. Okay?
Unit 4. Pronunciation. Exercise B. Book.
Okay. Correct.
Cook. Wood. Food.
No, long here. Food.
Good.
Yes.
Put.
Yes.
But.
No. Ba.
Cut.
No. Ka. No.
Full.
Yes.
Pull.
Yes.
Pool.
No. Longer. Pool. Longer. Pool. So the words here: book, cook, wood. Okay. And then down. Good. Right. And here, put. Yes. And then full. All right. And then pull. Only. Okay. Next page. Listening here. Consumer rights. Consumer is the person who buys. The person who buys, he has rights according to the law. Right? We read now. 1. Read the definitions here. Find a word in phrase bank for these definitions. What are these sentences talk about? Talking about one of these here. So before you, let's say before you listen to a CD, we don't have a CD here, I think. Here. Right, no CDs here. Just definitions and choosing the word. Okay? Let's read. Number 1. Get your money back. So you take your money in notes and coins. When you go back to the shop and ask the shop to give you back your money, and you don't like that item, and ask for your money back, what do we call it here in English? It has a phrase here. Here we call it cash refund. Cash refund. 2. A piece of paper confirming the price of a product and the time and place where you bought it. Right? After you buy in a supermarket, they give you a piece of paper. What do we call that piece of paper? We call it receipt. P is silent, huh? 3. A promise to repair or replace a product that is faulty within a period of time. When you buy, for example, a TV, right? They give you a kind of a piece of paper as a promise. If it doesn't work, right, they give you back your money, or they change it for you within a period of time. What do we call that? They call it guarantee. Guarantee. 4. Get another product to replace a damaged one. If you go back to the shop and ask for another product, right? Right, what do we call that? Exchange. Exchange. 5. A paper giving you the right to buy another product. Sometimes they give you a piece of paper and say, go inside the shop, right? Take this piece of paper and you can buy something else, right? But for the same value, same price as damaged product. What do we call this piece of paper? Credit note. Right? You find it here. Credit note. Okay? Exercise 2 now. You are going to listen to the first part of a radio program about what? Consumer rights. Consumer rights. Okay? Consumer rights or customer rights. The same meaning. The question, decide if the statements are true or false. If it is false, give reasons to support your answer. So before we listen to the CD, we read and we understand. 1. Paul, the one on TV program, represents the interests of shoppers. Shoppers means customers and shop workers. Customers and shop workers. It is true or false? You listen. I doubt it. Not for both of them. Right? 2. Paul thinks the main problem is that consumers are ignorant. Ignorant means they don't care of their rights. Is it true or false? If it is false, correct the mistakes. 3. Paul says that the first step to getting your money back is to contact the manufacturer of the faulty product. 4. Paul says that shops have a duty to help, let's say, customers. 5. According to Paul, the question of how shops respond to customers depends on each shop. 6. Paul secretly records his shopping trip. You listen, right? And you write true or false. If you write false, try to correct mistakes and underline mistakes, right? Listen.
Unit 4. Listening. Exercise 2. Part 1.
Hi, welcome to Consumer Affairs, the program that helps you get the most out of shopping. Today we're talking to a consumer rights champion. His name is Paul Hay, and recently he won an award for his efforts to protect customers from unscrupulous shops, banks and big business. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Vanessa. Pleasure to be here.
Paul, I'm amazed that after 20 years of TV and radio programs about protecting the consumer, people are still not clear about their rights.
That's right, Vanessa. But it's not just the fault of consumers. The problem is made worse by shop workers who sometimes try to confuse the consumer.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. If I buy a product from a shop, I have an automatic right to a guarantee. That's right, isn't it?
Absolutely. The manufacturer of a product must supply a guarantee to the consumer by law. However, the length of the guarantee can vary. It can be anything from 6 months to 10 years.
Okay, so if there's a problem with a product, who do I, as a consumer, go to? Do I have to contact the maker of the product?
No. The law states that the supplier, and that means the shop, has a duty to respond to the customer. If the product doesn't work, either because it's faulty or it doesn't do what the shop assistant said it would do, then the shop has to help. They can't just tell the customer to contact the manufacturer.
Great, But does that mean that the shop must give a cash refund?
If you take the product back within a reasonable length of time, normally 15 days, then yes. That's why it's so important that you keep your receipt. However, if you go back later than this, the shop may offer something else. They might offer to exchange the product for a new one, or they might offer a credit note. This depends on what the shop's policy is.
Okay. I hear that you've been doing some secret recordings in high street shops. What was that all about?
We wanted to test the honesty of shop assistants. We bought some electrical products that people buy every day, cameras, mobile phones, etc. And then we went back to the shops less than 15 days later to see if they would give us our money back. In this example, I was an unsatisfied customer with a camera that didn't work properly.
Really? The camera went wrong in just 2 weeks?
12 days, to be exact. Anyway, listen to the response I got from the shop assistant.
Right, yes. So, number one, Paul represents interests of shoppers and shop workers. Right? False. Paul represents the interests of shoppers, only shoppers. 2. Paul thinks the main problem is that consumers are ignorant of their rights. Ignorant of their rights, it's actually false. Right? It's made, let's say, by shop workers, right? It's made by shop workers. 3. Paul says that the first step to getting your money back is to contact the manufacturer. The manufacturer and, right? Again, Paul says that the first step to getting your money back is to contact the manufacturer of the faulty product. So we carry on. So the sentence here which says, Paul says the first step to getting your money back is to contact the manufacturer of the faulty product. Actually it's false. Why it's false? He said to contact the supplier of the faulty product, not the manufacturer. The customer, he can go to the supplier, like the shop. The supplier means the one who sells or deals directly with the customer. We call him supplier. He said supplier, not manufacturer. 4. Paul says the shop have a duty to help customers. What do you think? True. Yeah, true. Paul says that the shops have a duty. It means they must help customers. Yes, true. 5. According to Paul, the question of how shops respond to customers depends on each shop. Right? True. Yeah, it's true. 6. Paul secretly means they don't know. Paul secretly records his shopping trip, as in here. Right? Secretly means he's putting a camera in his pocket or somewhere, or someone behind him, nobody knows. Right? Yeah, true. We write true here. Exercise 3. We have a CD here. Now listen to a second part for this interview. What happened? What happened during his secret shopping trip? Right? The question, answer the questions here. 1, 2, 3. Now before we listen to the CD, what we do? We read the questions, we understand them, and then we listen to the CD and decide. 1. Why is Paul here so sure that the problem with his camera is not due to the memory card? The problem is not memory card. The problem may be something else. But why is he sure? Why? What makes him sure? You listen and you write your answer here. 2. Why doesn't Paul want the shop to repair his camera? They offered to repair his camera, but he refused. Why? 3. What reason does the shop assistant, this one, give for Paul not being eligible? Eligible means he hasn't got the right for something. We call it eligible. Being eligible for a cash refund. Cash refund means to give back money. Why? Why he said he is not eligible, or he said he is not suitable, or he can't, or he is not the right, let's say, person for getting money back? Why? We listen to the CD, we understand, look at the questions, take your pen and write the answers. Listen to this.
Unit 4. Listening. Exercise 3. Part 2.
Excuse me, I bought this camera a couple of weeks ago and it's not working properly.
Oh dear, what seems to be the trouble?
Well, there's a problem with the pictures. They look all right on the screen, but when I download them onto my computer, they're just black.
That sounds like the memory card.
I tried with a couple of memory cards, and the same thing happened. I think it's the camera.
Okay, well, we can send it off to be repaired. It's under guarantee for 6 months.
No, I don't really want to wait.
Well, I could exchange it for another one.
Actually, I'm really not too happy about this. I think I'd like my money back.
I'm sure it's just a small problem. We can get it back to you in a week.
No, really, I'd like a refund.
Oh, I see. Well, if you've got the receipt, we can give you a credit note.
Well, actually, I'd like a cash refund.
I'm afraid you're only eligible for a cash refund if you bought the product in the last 15 days.
Yes, I saw that. That's fine. Look, here on the receipt. I bought the camera on the 9th, and today's the 21st. So that's only 12 days.
Right. Well, if you're sure.
Yes, really. Thanks.
Okay. If you'd like to come over to the cash desk, I'll see what I can do for you.
As you can hear, there are still a lot of shop workers who try to mislead customers.
Yes, that's awful, Paul. Now, where can we get more information about what to do if this...
Right, yes. Right. So, why is Paul so sure that the problem with the camera is not due to the memory card? The answer for this, because he tried different memory cards, okay? That's what he said, of course. 2, why doesn't Paul want the shop to repair his camera? Why? Why? Because he doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want to wait, right? Okay, 3, what reason does the shop assistant give for Paul not being eligible for a cash refund? What reason? Right? He said, if it was bought in the last 15 days. If it was bought in the last 15 days. Right? 4. Now, according to the information on this page, now the question for you now, did the shop assistant here carry out means does or he did his duty to Paul? Did he do his duty? That's something, or according to the law, did he do the right things according to the law to Paul? Do you think? Do you think that he was dealing or dealt with Paul in a correct way? If you say no, explain why. What wrong or what mistake or mistakes he has done. Right here. Write 2 or 3 sentences. Page 29, functional language, complaints. This is the noun, plural noun, complaints. The verb for this, to complain. Right? Exercise 1. Write expressions from the phrase bank. Here, phrase bank. We have expressions here. For each category, 1 to 4 below. right? Now we want to read these expressions, and we want to say if it is number 1, ways of explaining a problem, 4 expressions, or 2, suggestions for possible solutions, 4 expressions, or 3, saying how you feel and what you want, 4 expressions, or 4, inquiring about a problem, 2 expressions, right? Now, let's start, right? So we read, and we want to choose titles like this here. For example, ways of explaining a problem. Where are the expressions here? We can call them, they are ways of explaining a problem. You can write them down here, right? You can write, for example, 1, and then you write for 1, 4 expressions, right? Right? For example, to explain a problem, we can say, this product is faulty. This one, this product is faulty. Here, you are explaining a problem, right? What else? We can say, here, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. Here, you are explaining a problem, right? What else? To explain a problem. When I turn it on, nothing happens. When I turn it on, nothing happens. Here, you are explaining a problem, right? What else? Here, I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything. Also, for explaining a problem, right? Number 2, you can write here 2, right? Suggestions for possible solutions. 4 expressions also here. What are the suggestions here for possible solutions? Right? Here we can have the first, here, try reporting it. Of course, it's by the shop assistant himself. Try reporting it. Here he is giving us suggestion for possible solutions or possible solution. What else? We want more suggestions, right? What else? Here we can send it off to be repaired. This expression as well as suggestion for a possible solution. What else? I'm going to finish this with you, and then you do it on your own, right? We can give you a credit note. We can give you a credit note. Also, this sentence or expression is a suggestion for possible solution, right? What else? Another suggestion. Here, read this. It could be the battery. It could be the battery. Here, he is giving a suggestion for a possible solution. That means it is the battery. He's suggesting the problem. Right? All right. Now, number 3 and 4, you do it on your own. Right? You read the rest, and here you write number 3, and write here 4 expressions also here. For what? For number 3, saying how you feel. You as a customer or as a consumer, talk about your feeling, right? After you have bought something, what should you say, right? What should you say to say how you feel about the product, right? And number 4, here, right, number 4, right? Inquiring about a problem. Inquiring means asking about the problem, right? As well. Here, number 3, you as a customer or a consumer. But here, number 4, you as a shop assistant, right? You ask the customer about the problem. 2 expressions, 2 ways for asking customers about problems. Right, 2 expressions here. Okay? Now, number 2, we have a CD here. You are going to listen to a person say the same word in 5 different ways. A person, he is, for example, reading this word in different ways, 5 different ways. The question, choose an adjective from the box here. Oh, sorry, here. For example, you tell us after you listen to the CD, you tell us when the person is speaking, you describe the person. Is he bored, for example, or surprised, or doubtful, or amazed, or you think the person is interested? Right? Right. Same word. He's going to say one word in 5 ways. Each way, sometimes he's bored, sometimes surprised, sometimes doubtful, sometimes amazed, and sometimes he's interested. You listen to the CD. The first way of reading, you write it here according to these adjectives, okay? Listen to the CD and take your pen and write in spaces here the description for the person, right? Listen. Yeah.
Unit 4, Functional Language, Exercise 2. 1.
Uh-huh.
Really?
What do you think?
2.
Really?
Uh-huh.
3.
Really?
Uh-huh. This one.
4.
Really?
Uh-huh.
5.
Okay?
Really?
Uh-huh. It is what? The person here is amazed. Number 5, the person... Number 5, the person is amazed. Okay, so you should do it on your own fast. Right? Right? The first way of reading the word, the person is what? Interested. Second way, the person is surprised. Third way, the person is bored. Fourth way, he or she is doubtful. The last way of reading, the person here is amazed. Right? 3. Work in pairs. Say the following phrases now. Your partner must describe your mood using the adjectives here. Right? Now you read. You try to read it in different ways. Right? And your friend will tell you you are bored, or you are surprised, or doubtful, or amazed. Like, listen to me. Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Right? Something like this. Try to read it in different ways and ask your colleague to describe your way of reading. Okay? It's on the 3rd floor near the computers. It's on the 3rd floor near the computers. Something like this. Each time, try to read and change the way of reading. And your friend is listening and will tell you about your mood to choose one of these adjectives. It will be better if you do it using Viber. You phone your friend and you read and ask your friend to describe your mood each time of different reading, of course, right? And record your reading and your reply or respond of your friend, okay? Try to read these 6 sentences, right? And your friend is listening and commenting that your mood is what? Bored, surprised, doubtful, amazed, or interested, okay? Exercise 4. Identify who is speaking here. Who is it? Is it the customer? You write C. Or shop assistant? You write SA, like this. All right? And before you write, okay. First, you read before you listen. Just read the sentence and try to tell me, is it SA, shop assistant, or the sentence for C, customer? Just write who is speaking first. Here, SA, shop assistant, and here, C, customer. Right? And after you finish, we want to give numbers here. Numbers, who is starting? This one, shop assistant is starting here. This is number 1. And then who do you think is number 2? Number 2 must be a customer, right? You give it 2. And then go back again to shop assistant 3, and so on. Until you finish. You give number 10, right? First one is being done for you, shop assistant. Good morning, can I help you? This is 1. Of course, after you finish first, you say who is speaking here first. shop assistant, customer, shop assistant, customer, shop assistant, customer, SAC, 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 and so on. And then give numbers. Read and give numbers. After you finish, you check, you switch on the video, you listen. But before you switch on the video, you should do it in yourself, on your own. You do it yourself, right? Switch off the video first and work, okay? Now we do it together. Listen to the CD.
Unit 4. Pronunciation. Exercise A.
Oh dear. What seems to be the trouble?
No, it's here.
Oh,
No, sorry, not the CD. This one must be. Oh, there is no CD here. Sorry, there is no CD here. No CD. Here, no CD for this. Just you work on your own. Right, yeah, I'm sorry. No CD for this one. Alright. Just start saying who's SA, who's C. Now you do it in yourself. After you finish, you listen to my answers. I'm going to give you the answers. Right? But before you listen to my answers, you should switch the video off. Okay? Now, this is for, it sounds like some type of loose connection. It is SA, shop assistant. Next, yes, I bought. Who is buying? Must be customer. We write C. Next, after customer, C, also customer. When I plug them in, right, customer. After that, well. The sentence which starts with well. Actually, I'd like my money back. Oh, this is customer, C. Right? After that, I see. Have you got the receipt? Shop assistant is asking here. SA. Next, right? What seems to be the problem? He is asking. Shop assistant, SA, right? After that, I'm afraid we can't give you cash refund. Oh, this one also SA, shop assistant. Right here. I'm afraid SA, shop assistant. Next, here, yes, here it is. This is the customer. The customer, he's giving the receipt. Here it is, customer. The last is done for you, C, customer. Right? Now who's starting? Number 1, good morning. Can I help you? Number 2, customer. Yes, I bought these speakers last month and they are not working properly. This is number 2. Number 3, what seems to be the trouble? What seems to be the trouble? This is a 3. Right? Number 4, when I plug them in, this one, there is a loud buzz and the sound quality is terrible. This is number 4. Number 5, it sounds like some type of loose connection. Would you like them repaired off? Would you like them repaired or would you prefer an exchange? This is number 5. Number 6, well, actually, I'd like my money back. This is number 6. Number 7, I see. Have you got the receipt? This is number 7. Number 8, yes, here it is. This is number 8. Number 9, where's number 9? I'm afraid, here, I'm afraid we can't give you a cash refund. You bought them more than 15 days ago. I could give you a credit note. That way you can buy something else in the shop. So this is number 9. Number 10, the last one. Oh, okay, well, I'll take that then if I can't have cash. This is number 10, right? Okay. Now, what we do now, we read, you read it once, twice, 3 times until you understand it, right? And then here you come to work in pairs. Here, we want to play the same dialogue here, the same conversation, right? You choose, for example, you, shop assistant, and ask your friend to be a customer, right? Ask your friend to prepare customer sentences here, and you prepare sentences for shop assistant. And then you phone your friend using Viber, right? You phone your friend and talk. And of course, put a piece of paper here on the conversation. Don't read, just from your mind. Try, right? You start, good morning, can I help you? And your friend will say something as a customer, right? Okay, and don't forget, record yourself while phoning or while playing the conversation. And after you finish, send it to your colleague for review. Okay? Good. Useful language. In English, to complain, we use the polite form here. Right? For example, to complain, we start, I'd like to speak to the manager, for example. Right? Even when we are angry, even if you are angry, you start politely, I'd like to. Don't say, I want. English people, they consider I'd like to is better than I want. They consider it more polite. Pronunciation. Expressing mood. A. Listen to 3 things the sales assistant says in the dialogue on page 28, previous page. Right? Or in dialogue on page 24, sorry. 28 here? Oh, in my book it's written 24. 24, that means previous page. But here 28 also previous page. Yeah, be careful of my book is maybe old edition. Right? Right. Right? Listen. Okay. We listen. Listen. Yeah.
Unit 4. Pronunciation. Exercise A.
Oh dear, what seems to be the trouble?
Okay.
Oh, I see. Well, if you've got the receipt, we can give you a credit note.
Okay.
Right. Well, if you're sure.
Right. Right. Yeah, expressing your mood. Right. Okay. Section B. Practice using the same intonation. Right. Try to read as the native speaker on a CD has done. Right. Try. See how does he sound. Right. Does he sound that he is interested? Interested. Okay. Polite. All right. Unstressed. Yeah. Doubtful. Maybe. You try. You try to listen and decide. Okay. Next page. Final task. Making a complaint. We continue. Same topic. 1. Work in pairs. Choose options 1 or 2. Then decide who is the student A and who is the student B. Right? Here. Who is student A? Here. And who is student B? Here. Right? Option 1. Work in pairs. Choose option 1 or 2. Option 1. This is option 1. Option 2. This is option 2. Student A and B here in both options. Right? Alright. Let's start with option 1. And let's go to student A. Student A. You bought a phone. This phone, for example, mobile phone. 2 weeks ago. And it doesn't work and you want a cash refund. So you bought the mobile phone, but it doesn't work, and you went back to the shop, you ask for cash refund. Cash refund means money back. Right? What happens here? Before you go to the shop and before you talk, make a list of the problems. What are the problems for the mobile phone? Okay? Write problems for the mobile phone. Next. And think how to start the conversation. You start the conversation, don't forget, you start it politely, right? I'd like to, and so on. Okay, what else? Decide how polite to be, yeah. Politely to start with, I'd like to, right? So, first you write list of problems, and under the list, you write sentences. What to say to the shop assistant. Start with, I'd like to. And then, after you say, I'd like to, have my cash refund, for example, you say, it's so. Make sentences about the mobile phone, about its problems. All right? Ask the shop assistant for a refund or for cash refund. And don't forget to say the problems. Okay? And student B, your friend, will be what? Experienced sales assistant, shop assistant, let's say, your friend. And keep in mind, in your mind, your boss has instructed you, gave you orders not to give any money, not to give any cash refund, not to give any money back. Right? So you prepare yourself here, your friend, to prepare himself or herself as what? Make a list of the options. Options, when you, for example, ask for cash refund and you say the problems, your friend, to be shop assistant, give you options, not to give you money. Options like what? What about if we send it off to be repaired? What about if we exchange it for you? What about if we give you a credit note to buy something else with the same amount or same value? Something like this, right? And what else? Think how to start the conversation. Of course, this one will start conversation. And here to respond. To respond, but politely, right? Decide how polite to be, right? So how to do this? You prepare yourself here as a customer and ask your friend to prepare herself or himself here as shop assistant. And here write notes and sentences, and here write notes and sentences, right? Or you choose option 2. Option 2, you bought a computer, right? Recently, but you dropped it and it doesn't work properly. And you want to return it and exchange it for another one. All right, choose this here or this here about a mobile phone, right? But in each option, I want 2 students. One to be a customer and one to be, let's say, shop assistant. Read these 2 explanations or these 2, let's say, notes. Right? And prepare yourself as a customer, and here your friend to prepare himself or herself as shop assistant. All right? And then prepare, read once, twice, 3 times, and after that, ask your friend, phone your friend using mobile phone, using Viber, right? And play the dialogue, right? And don't forget to record yourself. After you finish, you check it. If you like it, okay? If not, try to play it again, once, twice, 3 times, until you find yourself that it's nice and it doesn't have a lot of mistakes. After that, you send it to your colleagues to have a review, right? Good. Useful language here. Some sentences and expressions that we may use here in these situations, right? Like what? Let's read. Let's read useful language. What seems to be the problem? And we write who's saying this. Must be shop assistant. What else? There is a problem with, who's this? Customer. We write customer here. All right. There is a problem with customer. Right here we read, it doesn't work. The customer, he is complaining. And here shop assistant, how can I help you? How can I help you? It can be the shop assistant is starting the conversation here. How can I help you? Right? What else here? I'd like a cash refund, please. Customer is saying this, right? What's this? Can you call the manager, please? Can you call the manager, please? We write customer. So, the shop assistant here chooses the sentences from here. Customer here and here chooses sentences from here. Right? Strategy. Some notes or tips. Here, strategy. A. Remember, when speaking, we can express our mood by, when you talk, you can use what? The language we use, the words, of course. What else? The intonation we use, your intonation, your voice sometimes goes up, sometimes goes down. What else? The body language we use. Of course, we are not facing each other. We are not talking face to face. If we talk face to face, we can use what's called body language. Body language means You use your hands, you move your hands, you move your fingers, right? And something like that. B, when doing your task, try to think about, when you play the roles here in these conversations, try to, how you look at the other speaker, how you look, your face, smiling or angry, or you must be careful of this. The intonation you use, the intonation, surprised, for example, right? Or interested or amazed or something like that. What else? Whether to use please and thank you. You should start with please. All right? After you finish, you use thank you. How direct your language is. Right? You start with I'd like to, or with you, not to be direct. Next, the last, as an advice, what you do with your hands and same while and arms while you speak, what we call body language. You sometimes use them to explain, right? The body language. Okay? So first, it would be better if you do both dialogues, both conversations, both options, okay? First option, you play it with your friend about a mobile phone, and you read the notes here. Here, customer, and here shop assistant. And here, customer, and here shop assistant, but second conversation about a computer. You read also, as a customer, you read these notes, and your friend, as a shop assistant, you read these notes, all right? And you play both dialogues. Play them using Viber, right? And record yourself, right? I'm saying this why? Because doing this and talking on a mobile phone, using Viber, for example, will improve your English and will improve your fluency, right? And later, inshallah, we will have an exam for something like this, right? You should prepare yourself from now. Okay? Let's go to the next page. Vocabulary, review page here. 1. Add 3 more words from the phrase bank to each list. Right. List number 1, here talking about what? Type of a shop. Types of shops we have. Supermarket, what else? Types for shops. Now first, before you look at the phrase bank, try to think and write here. Right? 1, 2, 3. 3 types for shops. If you don't know, after you finish Unit 4, go here. Phrase bank, read this list. You will find other 3 types for shops. And don't forget to check your dictionary for the explanations. Right? I'll give you now, you switch off the video before you listen to my answer, because I'm going to give the answers here. Right? Switch off the video and try to work on your own. Take the answer from the phrase bank. After you finish, switch on the video, listen to the CD, listen to me, giving you the answers, right? 3 more shops here. The first one, news agent. Next here, factory outlet. And the third shop, pound shop. Number 2, department. Right? Departments, for example, in a big mall or in a big supermarket. We have a department for menswear. Right? We can say men clothes or clothes for men. Menswear. What else? Other departments in a shop. You find it here in phrase bank. Right? Try to work on your own. Before you listen to the CD, to the video, switch off the video and try to work here. After you finish, switch on the video and listen to my answers. Here are my answers. Accessories, kitchenware, perfumery. Number 3, things in a shop, things that we buy inside the shop, like what? Like a bag. Here you find other things to buy in a shop. Try to work on your own. My answers, things in a shop, not necessary to buy, but you find them in a shop. You find them in a shop, like what? Shelf, you find it in a shop. What else? Aisle, A-I-S-L-E, aisle, the path where you walk between shelves. We call that path the aisle, right? S is silent. What else? Things we find in a shop. Trolley. Okay. Exercise 2. Complete the advice for shoppers below with words from the phrase bank. Here, let's say here, where do we find them? Maybe first group here. Here, maybe you find the answers in first group, or maybe in the second group for this exercise, right? Now, before you listen to my answers, you switch off the video. Don't listen to my answers. You just read and find the word or the missing word here or here, right? As what? As advice. The word here, it must be as advice for shoppers. Shoppers means customers, right? Listen, switch off the video now and do it. After you finish, switch on the video. I'm going to give you my model answer, right? I'm going to read. Right, yeah, because there is no CD here. When you buy a product in a shop, always ask for and keep the receipt, right? This has the date on it, which helps you calculate the period of the period of the guaranteed time, right? Right, which is normally 6 months to 2 years. If the product is faulty, you are entitled to a cash refund, right? For the full period, for the full price, you paid. If the product works, but you don't like it, right? You can't, full stop here. You can't always get your money back, but the shop may give you an exchange. Exchange means you take another item, same item, but another one, another new one, right? For a similar product, or credit note. What's credit note? A piece of paper with the value, with the money inside. You go inside the shop and you buy something else with the same amount in that piece of paper, which we call it credit note, which you can use to buy something of equal value in the same shop. Pronunciation, number 3. We have listening. Listen to the words and identify the one you hear in each pair, right here, or this or this. Practice saying the words with your partner, right? Listen and take your pen and tick. Which word is the CD going to read? This one or this one, right? Listen and tick. Listen.
Unit 4. Review. Exercise 3. Would. Full. Pool. Could. 2 schools.
Right? Switch off the video, do it yourself. And now I'm going to read the words the CD read. Would. Full. Pool. Could. 2 schools. Right? Functional language. Exercise 4. Put the words in the correct order to make sentences. 1. Now, for explaining a problem, how do we explain a problem here? What you do? You take your pen, write again what to start with. Of course, we start with the subject, right? We start with the subject I here. What to say? Now, switch off the video. Switch off the video. Don't listen to the answers, right? Try to work on yourself. Write the sentences. Write the sentences again here, right? After you finish writing sentences, the whole of sentences here for exercise 1, 2, and 3, and you read it and you check it, then you switch on the video and listen to my model answers, right? Because I'm going now to read the sentences, right, as a model answer. Okay? Switch off the video, do it now on your own. Okay? No. Okay. Sorry, it's without a CD here. The first one, I'm gonna read it. Come on. I think it's the motor. I think it's the motor. B. It's not working properly. It's not working properly. C. There is a problem with the sound. There is a problem with the sound. 2. Explaining how you feel and what you want. The sentence here, we read it. I'm really not too happy about this. Okay. Next. I'd like my money back. Okay. And see here. Well, I'd like a cash refund actually. 3. Offering solutions. Offering solutions can be by shop assistant is speaking here. Shop assistant is speaking. Let's start. We can give you a credit note. Next. We can send it off to be repaired. Next. See here. Would you like an exchange? Okay. All right. Now how to do it now after you have finished checking. Now read each sentence and record yourself while you are reading. Record yourself and send it to your colleagues for a review, right? Exercise 5, the last exercise here. Read the task box and write a dialogue. The task box here, it says, think of something you bought recently. For example, yesterday or last week, right? Something. Think of something that might go wrong with it. Something you bought, and you think it's not good. Something wrong with that item you have bought from a shop. Now, I want you to invent a conversation here between yourself and the shop assistant. Try to invent. Try to make here. Write it here. You want to take it back to the shop, and you want to complain, to say what's wrong, and then ask what you want. You say, for example, I'd like my money back, or I'd like my cash refund, right? Or you say, I'd like an exchange. And here, write the shop assistant, try to expect to guess what will he say. Write his sentences or her sentences, right? Try to write, okay? It's a good way of writing. Write a conversation between a customer, yourself, and shop assistant, right? Taking something back to the shop. And what will the shop assistant say? Of course, usually, most of the shop assistants, they don't want to give directly money back. They ask first questions, and they try to give you something else. For example, to offer you something else, to offer you an exchange, or to offer you a credit note, you take something else from the shop, right? Or to offer you another solution, for example, what about if we send it off to be repaired, and so on. All right? Right. Write a conversation here, right? And here, watch the DVD episode. It's called here Appearances. Actually, we have it. If you have the full CD for the video, it would be better if you watch it, and there is a forum for an exercise at the end of this book. If you have it, try to watch the video and answer the questions in that forum. If you don't have it, try to go to internet, I think on Facebook. You find this book, right? You can download the book, PDF, and you may also download the CDs for audio CDs, CD1 and CD2, and the DVD for the video. You can. It's a good idea to improve your English. You watch the video, right? And you answer the exercises on that page. It's usually at the end of the book, right? Now, let's stop here. This is the end for this lecture. We stop here. For any questions, you can contact me on Google Classroom, right? You send in a question or you send your note, or you can send it your notes or your questions using Viber, right? You send a note or a message, or you may phone me using Viber, right? We stop here. Thank you very much. See you inshallah in next lecture. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Good luck.